Hi, it's Mark Bossert. I'm here with Bernie Pawlik. Pawlik Automotive in Vancouver, BC, Canada. Vancouver's best auto service experience. And we're talking cars. How you doing, Bernie?
Doing very well.
So today's guest is a 2011 Subaru Forester. What was going on with this vehicle?
So this vehicle had been diagnosed at another shop with a head gasket problem. Client was losing coolant. There was air bubbles in the cooling system, apparently. We did verify that. We did a diagnostic ourselves, verified that there was, in fact, air bubbles getting in the cooling system. And that happens because the cylinder head gasket is leaking combustion gas into the cooling system. Head gaskets needed to be replaced.
And why would they come to you guys to do that work?
They liked our price quote better than what was offered at the other shop.
Do you think that's probably because you guys do so many of these? You're Subaru focused at Pawlik, even though you work on all kinds of cars?
It could be. Every shop has different rates. This was the dealership, so they're generally more expensive than we are.
Let's
Not
get to some
always, but
pictures.
yeah.
Our guest, here we see 2011,
Yeah.
looks in good shape.
Yeah, great shape. And this mileage was about 168,000 kilometers, so pretty low for a Subaru.
And what the heck is this?
This is the engine. To do a head gasket job on this particular engine, this is a twin cam engine with a turbocharger. You have to pull the engine out to do it. We do a lot of head gaskets on the single cam engines, less these days because there's fewer and fewer of those cars anymore. But those you don't have to pull the engine. Some shops do, but you don't have to pull the engine on those. But this you have to do out of car. So that's the engine sitting on an engine stand.
So there's a lot that goes into just getting it to this stage. Can you give us just a quick rundown of an idea of all the parts that have to be unhooked? And because it ain't just, oh, stick a shoehorn in there and pry it out.
Yeah, it's a lot more involved than that, yes. What I will say, and I said to you this before we started, that actually Subarus are relatively easy engines to remove from vehicles. I think actually what makes them easy is that they have one electrical connector that connects. It's actually two connectors, and you pretty much got all the wiring of the engine unhooked. Whereas a lot of engines, you have to go and remove individual components, the fuel injectors, all the wire. Makes it a real pain to pull the engine. So Subarus have made it a little easier than other cars, but the exhaust system has to be disconnected. Being a turbo, there's ducting that needs to be removed. The coolant hoses have to be disconnected. The transmission has to be disconnected. So engine mounts, many things. And then it gets to this point.
So what do we have here?
Well, these are some of the things, the guts, things that we remove. There's those trays down there. The red trays are organized bolts. We're looking mostly at the exhaust system down there that we had to remove to get the engine out. And on the right hand, there's a big plastic splash pan.
So this is all pre-taking the motor right out of the
pre-taking
vehicle.
the engine out. And here we have the engine out with the cylinder heads off. And the timing belt has been removed. So all the front of the engine's off, the water pump, timing belt, cylinder heads are off. We send those off to a machine shop. It turns out they actually needed a lot more work than usual. We always have them pressure tested to make sure they're not cracked. But in this case, they found the valve guides had been slipping. I think the engine had been hot. So it required a fair amount of extra money beyond the initial quote to get the cylinder heads finished up. And these are things we don't know until we take things out. Anyways, the cylinder heads have been off being repaired at this time. We're looking at more stuff. That big, long, black plastic thing, that's the intake manifold. The valve covers sit to the right of that. The air conditioning compressors to the left, and there's the turbochargers on the ground. I believe the unit above that is the air pump, which is an emission pump just to reduce exhaust emissions while on a cold engine start. And here we're looking at the engine cylinders that you can see the pistons in the center. It's a horizontally opposed engine on a Subaru. So there's two banks of these and they move back and forth, side to side. Most engines, they go up and down, but on Subaru, they go side to side. So we've cleaned the engine block surface up so the new gasket can go on, clean, no dirt in the way, and the cylinder heads will be fitted onto that.
So here we have, I guess this is the whole problem.
These are the gaskets. Yep. Those are the two head gaskets that you'll find on a Subaru. We can look a little closer in the next picture and we can actually look and see where the gasket was actually leaking, right where the green arrow is. So these are called a multi-layer steel gasket. There's several layers of steel. The black is a coating that helps some additional sealing. But if you see in that sort of area there, the coating is gone and there's an area of carbon deposit around that, which is hard to see in the picture, but it's there.
Just right here on the edge.
Yeah. And right where the tip of the arrow is pointing, that's a coolant jacket. coolant flows through that area. And of course, if the combustion gas leaks, it goes right into the cooling system. So that's one area of the head gasket was definitely blown.
It looks like there might be other places where it's
Yeah,
looking a little
it
thin.
generally looks deteriorated in other areas for sure.
It should look roughly closer to how it's looking here on the outside area where there's black all the way around these rings where the pistons are.
Exactly. That's correct. And the new gaskets do look like that. I didn't take a picture of them, but that's how they look.
That goes on top of this, basically.
Exact. That fits right in there. Yeah. Some head gaskets are not multi-layer steel. They're more of a fibrous type of gasket. So sometimes when they blow, you'll actually see a piece of the gasket missing. But multi-layer steel seems to be very popular these days. For the last couple decades, it seems to work really well and it's pretty durable.
And here, it seems like we've come back to the same place, but in reality, this is the engine ready to go back in the car.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, it's all back together and ready to go back in.
So after all that immense amount of work, quite honestly, what was the result?
It was good. Ran really well, nice and smooth, no coolant loss. The engine ran really well. And with the cylinder heads being rebuilt, the valves ground and everything, the engine's in good shape. So it should be good for quite some time.
Another 14, 15 years?
Yeah. Yeah. If someone keeps it that long, for sure. They're
Depending
good
on-
cars. They're well built and they do last a long time.
If you're looking for service for your Subaru in Vancouver, the guys to see are at Pawlik Automotive. You can reach them online at pawlikautomotive.com. You can book your appointment right there, or you can call them to book. Check it out. Talk to them. See what they maybe estimate. 604-327-7112. That's Pawlik Automotive in Vancouver, BC, Canada. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Thanks, Bernie.
Thank you, Mark. Thanks for watching.